Oh, it's finally time to game today. I worked hard all day. Like I said, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew all my peeps were gonna pop out of the woodwork after Extra Life. What's with the Christmas music? Well, why was your message retracted? That's odd. Somebody retract your message? That's weird. The Christmas music is because PGN Music, which is my record label, has 50 Christmas songs. And if I want to gain any sort of traction for this holiday play season, I gotta get those tracks out there. Right? I gotta let the peeps know that there's Christmas music to be had. That's so weird. I have to unplug my controller every time. So, load game 1707. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, guys, I'm so happy to be free. Dobby is a free elf. Dobby is a free elf, gets to play some video games. I did take a little bit of time off this afternoon to finish Blacklist. Finished up season 9 of that. I don't want to give any spoilers, not everybody has watched it yet. A little both, ecstatic and disappointed all at the same time. The fighter and the white mage haven't died yet. That's why they have the same next level. So, this is just my way to hang out with anybody that wants to hang out at the same time as getting to play a game that I love. Playing through all the Final Fantasies. My goal is to try to motor through this. I'm gonna try to do you guys know there's some contention. I gotta go back and watch a live stream because I'm pretty sure that when I said if we beat Bustin' I'd do a hot tub stream, it was contextually understood if we took the number 2 spot, but we didn't. Good on the community though. We moved Intrepid up an entire spot today. With the little bidding war. We had a little last minute bidding war. We gave till it hurt. So that was good. 5 hits. Oh my goodness. Brute forcing that up. Oh, you know what I need to do? I know what I forgot to do. Where's that thing? There. Whatever. I'm at the point now, guys, where I think it's gonna be a long time till I don't have a stream day. I have a bunch of games I have to cover. So we're gonna be busy. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be on Twitch. I'm gonna be checking out all sorts of other games. So, yeah, we're gonna be having a good time. Ashes 101 and big games will continue to be on Twitch. Small games will be on YouTube. So, I think I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, you missed. Feeling pretty good today. Went to the gym. Played basketball with my daughter, ran some drills with her. Hurt my back though. I haven't shot a basketball in a bunch of years, and I was teaching her how to do layups, and I went to do a layup and I forgot that I'm 43 and something didn't feel too good. So something was like, nope, that ain't working. All right, we were in the wrong spot. Go get your boat, man. Go pick up the boat. Really proud of my community. We $6,000 for charity. So this year we raised more money than we did the last 2 years. So I'm so proud of my community. We got a thank you from Extra Life. If you noticed on the Twitter, Extra Life commented directly to us. They're really good about that. Keeping everything motivated. Intrepid moved into 8th the last I checked earlier today. So everybody that's you know part of that, and if you donated or you hung out your time or you shared a live stream notification or anything, gave me suggestions. I did get some really cool suggestions for next year. The biggest one being we played with Midjourney bot, and so I kind of got the idea. I was like, well, why don't I spend the whole year generating thank yous and then give like, you guys know that I'm not big into like the whole idea of NFTs. I don't like the idea of NFTs. But I was like, you know what I could do? I could generate a unique image and then sign it. And that way somebody, like, send each person a unique one. Like watermark it and then send it to them. I think that'd be a cool idea. I mean, it was my idea, so of course I think it's a cool idea. Whoa, what's going on here? It's getting a little dicey over here, man. Plus, I got some secret good news. I got a little secret good news that I'll be sharing with you guys, you know, in the future. We'll see how that goes. But of course, while I'm here, you guys can ask about life, the universe, everything, other games, Ashes of Creation. It's all what we do. Also, I came up with a better idea. I'm gonna need the better part of tomorrow morning. Well, actually, I'm gonna need the better part of tomorrow morning to do the crafting video. I gotta get that one out. I gotta get the crafting video out. And then I gotta make a couple of changes to my computer. And after that, it's gonna be a little bit easier for me to do all the hoopla. Oh, did they ever get around to doing their copyright claims? They had this morning. These guys are so funny. I play the same music time and time again, and yet they don't do copyright claims. It's like, what are you doing? Content. Live. Yeah. So I do not understand. They've copyright claimed every day. Maybe they got the message that they don't own those songs. One can only hope, right? The answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. No, that is not the answer. Because we don't know the question. No, it is the answer. Streaming on YouTube now? Yeah, but I'm doing right now for the time being is I'm trying to grow my audience. Well, I'm trying to have fun. Everybody always says that I should try gaming. And I'm like, okay. But then whenever I game on Twitch, I have a lower turnout. And since we're allowed to stream, we just can't multi-stream. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna come over to YouTube and do my thing for a little bit. Try to grow the audience. Try to do what I can to grow the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has been stalled for the last couple of years. So 2023 is gonna be. I've already made the decision. I can't dump the YouTube channel. I gotta have the YouTube channel. So now I gotta realize I'm a big return on investment guy. So if I'm gonna be taking my time to make a video, then I need to make sure that video produces results. Like right now, my videos are getting about 2,000 to 5,000 views. Well, that's not really a good return on investment. I could pretty much do I could stream in that time and get more coverage. But I don't want to give up on YouTube because I know when Ashes goes into Alpha 2, I'm gonna have a big, following of people looking for information. So where's the port? There's supposed to be a port up here. So you definitely got a burst during Alpha 1. I did. I got a burst during Alpha 1. And the nice part is, right? Number one, I'm not buying my views. So at the end of the day, when I go to sleep at night, I know that the 100 viewers I had on Twitch were all authentic viewers. I'm not buying embedded views. I'm not buying followers. I'm not buying viewers. And there's a lot of people doing that. In fact, I'm going to be talking to BCG. BCG kind of is a honey badger and he doesn't give a shit. I want to try to find where the people are buying their embedded views, just so that we can, like, you know, be like, oh, here you go. Like when you have your tagline being like, you're genuine and authentic. Wait, you're genuine and authentic, yet you're buying your views? Wait, what are you talking about? So I'm gonna talk to BCG. We're gonna find where these embedded views are. We're gonna bust some people out. The thing is, Twitch doesn't care. That's the sad part. Twitch doesn't care if you buy embedded views, which is weird to me because Twitch is now doing a major advert push. So I don't understand why they don't care if you have embedded views, because those embedded viewers are no doubt running an ad blocker. So, but that's all, you know, that's all people's integrity. Some people have none. So, I don't know what those guys are talking. Those guys are. Sometimes the Ashes of Creation Discord gets a little weird. I've kind of given up hope on the Ashes of Creation Discord, to be honest. I don't think there's any hope for it. So. You found me. What's up? It's not hard to find me. I wasn't hiding. Hey, you followed the channel. Nice. See, it's so weird because on YouTube, subs are one thing, and on Twitch they're another. So on YouTube, a subscriber is a follower, but on Twitch, a subscriber's buying a subscription. And then I wish that those two companies would sit down and just agree on common vernacular. Over here, you're a member, but you're a member of my community. And unlike Twitter, I don't make you pay $8 to be verified. I don't get that, man. You guys saw I put out a little short on that today. I don't understand people getting all bent out of shape because Twitter wants you to pay $8 to help maintain the verification. Like, you want them to deal with impersonation, you want them to deal with toxicity, you want them to moderate the platform, but you don't want to give them $8 a month to help them do those things. But you don't buy a professional account, you don't pay for a business account, and you don't buy any advertising. So you're mad that a platform that's completely free is asking for your support? It's like the people who don't support Wikipedia, right? Now, I don't support Wikipedia. I used to, but I don't support Wikipedia for a reason. I don't support Wikipedia because Wikipedia has caused a whole generation of people to get dumb because they read something on Wikipedia and then don't even go check the source. I think Wikipedia is great for you finding out information for you to look into something. But if you read Wikipedia and you take it 100% face value, I don't think that's a good play. And, you know, once a year, you always get the big thing like, Wikipedia needs your help for less than the cost of a cup of coffee. You can help support what? You don't moderate your platform. People can go in and say whatever they want. They can change whatever they want. It takes days for that to get fixed. Or like citations go up and then become invalid, and you're allowing people to put a citation and that's not really what was said. So yeah, I don't necessarily get down with Wikipedia anymore. I think it's a great starting spot, but I don't think that it does enough to make sure that you're getting legitimate, authentic information. YouTube logic confuses me. Yeah, man, YouTube and Twitch, they need to come together and figure out how do we make the experience better for the viewers? Twitch is starting to push ads like all the time. I just don't get it. They offer you this incentive to run these ads, which is cool, but if you don't take the incentive, they run the ads on your channel anyway. As you saw, Frostpaw had to put in a ticket. He's got Twitch Turbo and a sub. You're back in my days? Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, Frostpaw has a sub to my channel, and he has Twitch Turbo, and he gets ads, and I just don't get it. The wiki is like your channel. A lot of misinformation until you find the channel. Yeah, exactly. You know. So I'm waiting to find out. I'm waiting to get an update from Frost if he gets an update to his ticket. And then some poor content creator I know came to me all in a panic. They're due $100. What's up, TK? They're due $100 from Twitch, and they've been an affiliate for like 18 months. I'm sorry, they're due $50 from Twitch, and they've been an affiliate for like 18 months, and so it's now time for their first payout, and they can't get their payout because they can't authenticate their channel, and Twitch support was like, well, we need you to go to the email we sent, and they're like, but I'm not getting the email. And Twitch support's like, but we're sending you an email. And they're like, that's the problem. It's not coming to me. They're like, well, then you don't have the right email on your account. And they're like, well, what email? Because I'm able to log into my Twitch account. You got the two sides of Twitch can't figure out who they're talking to. All right, I must have missed a port somewhere. I'm going back the other way. I gotta get to a town soon. I've been out on the open seas this whole time looking for a port. This is the one thing I never liked about the early Final Fantasy games. It gets so distracting to explore because you gotta fight all the time. But I will say Square Enix has grown so much as a company. If you guys didn't see on Sunday, I bought Harvestella, whatever it is, and I thought, yeah, I'm probably gonna play this for a little bit. It was expensive. No, I'm in love with that game. That game's amazing. I kind of wish that I hadn't started Final Fantasy 1 just so that I could pop it back into that and play that. That's a very cool game. I mainly because it's such well done storytelling. I'm actually really excited for the story. Like, I actually care. And then I got a key to a new MMO survival game. So I gotta check that one out. Man, I'm gonna be busy working for you all. I'm a busy guy. Want to give a shout out to everybody today who led the charge. So notice no satisfactory for a while. Yeah, probably not, because I got a couple of newer games I want to try to cover. I want to do the Ogre Battle Reborn on Friday. So there's probably going to be no satisfactory for a while, but there's also probably going to be very limited Ashes 101 for a while, because I'll cover Ashes 101 as we get new information, and then as we don't have information, I'm gonna cover other games for a bit. I mean, I'll probably do like an hour of Ashes 101. Or I might just put some extra time on the shows. But yeah, I wanna actually, like, you know, be a gamer. And then when that other game comes out, I wanna showcase that for a bit. Throne and Liberty comes out next year. I'm gonna be playing that a lot. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for, but I'll take it. Yeah, Ashes 101, I can just answer the questions as they come up. Absolutely. So, speaking of which, I was so busy today, I didn't get a chance to see the Ashes of Creation lore write-ups. I did link one yesterday, but I was kind of looking for like a bullet form one. Like somebody who put one together in bullet form. I guess that didn't happen. By the way, for anybody looking for a TV show, if you've never watched The Blacklist, I 100% endorse The Blacklist, and you should jump into it. There's many monsters in the sea. Yes, I know. I don't think there are any ports to the north. Well, I need a port to the north. There needs to be a port to the north. Started watching that, but only 3 episodes. Does it get better? Yeah, you gotta give that one a little bit to get rolling. The acting in the beginning is a little rough. I'm not gonna make any excuses. It is pretty rough. It does get better. Those actors were so stiff in like the first couple of episodes. Just like, come on guys, relax. You're all professionals. All right. It's mainly about the police understanding what he's doing with them. Oh, no. No. That's just getting laid out. Man, there is so much intrigue in that show. Just give it a whole season. Give it a whole season, and you'll be satisfied. Give it a whole season. All right. So I need. There's got to be a port on one of these other continents. Blacklist is satisfactory. Yes. Blacklist is you need to give it a minute. You need to give Blacklist a minute. It's got to grow on you. All right. So I need a port up here. I think the guy lied to me. Might have to resub the Netflix for a while. I mean, yeah, like I said, I just finished season 9. I binge shows though. So I don't watch shows on like network television as they come out week to week. I wait until I can watch the whole thing at one time. So, all right, that's Crescent Lake. Okay, I need to get there. Or I think I need to get there. I need to get somewhere because I've already done what needed doing. Yeah, because there was Crescent Lake. Wait a minute. Oh. Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. I think I'm dumb. I might be dumb. I didn't make a note of what I had done at the end of last session. I think I had went to the next port. I think I did. I think I was set to start my adventure. Oh, I'm gonna slap myself. Well, at least I got, you know. At least I bebopped around the ocean. Man, I am getting like all these mad packs of mobs. Get out of here. I tried to watch that, I tried to watch the new Star Wars series on Disney Plus. I just could not get into it. And then, I'm waiting on, what are we waiting on? We're waiting on season 3 of The Mandalorian. Like, where's our Mandalorian? Man, I tried to get into the Rings of Power. The Rings of Power is so bad. Like, it's horrible. Like, there's maybe if the Rings of Power came out and you hadn't seen like Peter Jackson's masterpieces of cinematography and everything, but the Rings of Power is just so bad. It's just gross. I couldn't do it. The next thing I'm gonna watch, I think, is the Cyberpunk 2077 show. You enjoyed it? I mean, yeah, I couldn't identify with the characters. I couldn't develop any character attachment. I just couldn't. Like, nothing, not even a little bit. None. Like, nothing. Now, I will try to go back and see, because as you know, I don't have a whole ton of downtime. I don't have a whole lot of TV time. So when I watch something, I need to get in. It needs to grab me quick. Because if it doesn't, then I feel like I should just get back up and go back to the computer and work. Does that make any sense? Like, oh, I'm watching something that isn't top shelf. I found it interesting after the Shadow of Mordor games. I actually have Shadows of Mordor. I'm not very good at it because it was free. I was really excited for the Lord of the Rings MMO. The one that Layao and Amazon were going to work on together. But then Tencent bought Layao, and then Tencent, the new Puppet Master, couldn't work out a deal with Amazon and Tencent couldn't work out a new deal, so the deal fell through. And Layao still has the has the development contract. People were under the impression that Amazon had it. Amazon doesn't have the contract, so Amazon can't actually make an MMORPG. They have the distribution rights for a television show, but not for not for anything else. All right. It's always funny. I don't know why people can't, like, I guess people just repeat bad news. Like, well, not bad news, but unverified news. Somebody, I guess some content creator started this rumor that Amazon was still making the Lord of the Rings MMO. And when they got challenged on it, they were like, oh, well, they can because they have the distribution rights for the TV show. Be like, yeah, you realize there's like multiple different classes of copyright and licensure, right? Just because I give you the rights to do one thing doesn't mean you inherently have the rights to do another. Hey, that looks promising. That's why I said I would have loved to have won the lotto, but somebody in California did. Much sadness. Wasn't me. Hey. Goodbye. We're not finding love in our town today there, buddy. The only thing the people in this channel love is good video games. Guy wants you to all find love in your town by going to some weird website, because that has never, ever resulted in you losing an account for a video game. But that's how you know I'm making it on YouTube, man. Yeah, it still shows in my chat on the screen. Unfortunately, they don't have a YouTube needs better chat management tools. It doesn't even show my comments on the screen. There you go. See, YouTube needs better chat management tools. Alrighty. The Cavern of Ice. Hot diggity. Oh, these guys are not friendly. These guys are chonks. Ooh, they nasty. Yeah, I remember these guys as well. If I recall correctly, what you do here is you power level a bit. So. Equipment. Yeah, if I remember correctly, you power level a little bit in here. And then you'll end up hopping outside real quick and using a tent. It's kind of like you go in, you get some of the lootsies, you come back out. This is where the game ramps up in difficulty. Because if you also noticed, I had to find that cave. Now, it was partially my own fault because I had moved into position for today's stream. But oh, that's not a good day. That's not a good day at all. Yeah, I love Final Fantasy 1 because they give you absolutely no direction. They're like, go find the crystal. And you're like, okay, well, where is it? Nah, we're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you where it is. We're just going to tell you that this thing needs to be done. No hints. 360, no scope. Go out into the world, man. Yeah, what you want to do here. Oh, this is... Okay, we'll chew these guys up. Save magic. Yeah, there we go. Hit him in the face. By the way, I made an amazing little shawarma chicken wrap. I really liked that. That was nice and easy. From HelloFresh. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Oh, I liked it. It was nice. It was easy. And what's badass about it is it's something that I can throw together on like a stream day. And then I can make two of them. I can make, because the chicken and everything is pre-cooked, so I can have one just before I eat, and then I can turn around and I can put the bits into the tins, and then I can make another one later. Because after looking at my Halloween pictures, I gotta lose weight. I'm a fatty. I gotta go on a diet. I was at the gym today, playing basketball with my daughter, and then I swam. Tomorrow I'm getting up early. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get my ass moving. Ooh, that's rough. Get my ass moving tomorrow morning. 5:30 in the gym. Go to the gym, knock out the gym time, come home, try to work on the crafting video. Think about, or because I'm probably going to do the hot tub stream, because my community came up with, you know, an extra like $2,000 over and above. So yeah, I'm probably going to do the hot tub stream just to, you know, just to do it. Right. I am not against doing a hot tub stream because my community raised $6,000. Plus, I got some news that I have to keep under my collection of hats. But I know my community is going to be excited when it happens. Is there no treasure chest? Oh, Jesus, we're going to die. This is not a good time. Yeah, keep hitting him. Or him. Okay. You have... No, you can't. We're gonna make sure that you guys all die. I got good news for you guys, but I gotta keep it under my hat for a little bit longer. It is what it is. Go. Nothing? Okay, nothing. Oh, I caught another fight. I'm gonna keep some of her holy killing stuff. Alrighty. Chop chop. Down here. Ambushed again. Not a good day. Not fun. Keep hitting him though. He's a chunky boy. He's got hit points for days. Again, I want to keep some of her undead killing spells. I do love how there's so many undead in like the Cavern of Ice. Vivi leveled up. Go, you little kooky black mage. Oh yeah, my daughter's week is all messed up. So my daughter had school yesterday, off today for election day. Has school Wednesday and Thursday, and then is off on Friday. That's why we're gonna try to do the HelloFresh cooking stream on Thursday. So after my housekeepers are here, I have some people that come in and help my wife keep up with the house because my wife's got all those damaged vertebrae in her back. And I hate cleaning. I mean, I'll do it, but I absolutely hate it. Is battle music speaking of the battle music, apparently Final Fantasy licensed out their battle music, and I'm not even dealing with copyright claims. I'm just like, whatever, you want to share the revenue? These aren't copyright strikes? Great, go ahead. It's like, I can't not play the music for these old games. But yeah, they're burned into your brain, just like the level up, or the victory music. Do 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 do. Monsters. Dark wizards. But yeah, I wasn't planning on buying a place. Oh my god, it was just what, instant death? That's never a fun time. All right. Oh, great game. Yeah, it is a great game. I do like the old school. I have 1 through 6, and then I have what do I have? 1 through 6, 9 and 12 maybe. So I'm gonna be playing through a lot of the Final Fantasies. How do you guys like it? You're all dead. Chest contained clothes. Really? Really? Clothes, huh? Sorry, I'm getting pinged by it's like I feel like I'm always working. Okay. Not gonna fill up too much because if I catch another death, empty. Oh, you dirty, dirty. Oh. Oh, thank you for this being a preemptive strike. This is why we save the big guns. All right. No. You know what I miss? I miss save points. Anybody else miss save points? I miss like the recovery points, like where you would pop out into the world for a second, and so you could use like a cottage or a tent. Because I'm out of goodies. I have like no consumables left. $10,000 gil. Monsters. Save points are the first step in the slippery slope to idiot lights. No, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think the big part is giving people the opportunity to save and recover isn't a bad thing. YouTube needs better chat management. Yes, you are absolutely correct. On Twitch, I see it's so weird because everybody says that YouTube is gonna have, or YouTube has better response, and everyone's like, YouTube's the future of streaming, and I'm like, YouTube's not the future of streaming. YouTube's got a long way to go. Persistent little fucker. Yeah, it's like, it's so dumb. And the bots are so stupid, like, it's kind of about as dumb as putting a Raid Shadow Legends ad in the middle of your meaningful YouTube video. But does anybody actually go to those websites? I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some people. I have 251,000 gil now. But you guys realize I do a lot of work with people out on the West Coast, and I'm like, it's 640. I'm like, no, it's only 440. California companies have always been weird to me too. Like, I had a boss, and it was always weird. I had like my corporate job. Not giving any details about my corporate job because that company's still in business, and somebody found out where I worked once, and they called them to ask a bunch of questions. And the company was like, why the hell are you calling us? Like, do you realize like what level of inappropriate this is? But my boss had people on the West Coast and the East Coast. Like, he had one person on the East Coast to take phone calls in the morning from Europe. And then he had people on the West Coast to take the calls at night. So like when I got in, I had to press a button on the phone and it stopped forwarding. Like I had a top button and a bottom button. I had to press the top button to turn off my calls to routing, and then I had to press it to route somewhere else. And so my boss always said, I want you guys in early. And I said, well, why do you want us in early? He said, because I can't have you coming in at 9 o'clock Chicago time, because there's been people working on the East Coast. Because if you guys know anything about the East Coast versus the West Coast mentality, people on the East Coast get to work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, in the 90s they did. But on the West Coast has always been like this like laid back, you know, 9:30 to 5:30 sort of job. So I forget that sometimes. I'll be getting a message sometime, and there's some companies where the people work like 10 to 6:30. So I'm getting a phone call or an email at like 6:30 at night or 7:30 at night, and I'm like, you are way out of office hours. And they're like, no, dude, I'm still at the office. I'm like, what? So yeah, I gotta always remember that. Sometimes there's good conversations, sometimes there's bad conversations. I think the true mark of a person is when each conversation is in a vacuum. Ice shield. Can I get like details? View description. A shoe that guards against ice. Okay, it guards against ice. Gotta take the kid to Civil Air Patrol at 1800, 1720 my wife. You still haven't got ready yet. You're gonna be late. She doesn't remember the military showers. In at 1728, out at 1734. Damn right, man. My wife and I remembered my wife and I haven't gone out for Chinese in a little bit. And the thing was, I put my food down first, and then it took them whatever, 5-6, because at the Chinese buffet I go to, they have a hibachi chef. So I put my food down. They only do one plate at a time. So I put my plate down, and then my wife put hers down after me. And then I said to my wife when she got her plate, I was like, we need to remember to put your plate up first. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I'm done and I'm staring at you and you don't even have your plate yet. And she's like, yeah. Because we were both up there at the same time, so it wouldn't have been any disruption. Seriously, just would have been, let's put your food up there first and mine second. It's like, I was talking to my wife about that not long ago. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted, baby. We wanted that. Save file. I said that not long ago. I said, look at that. Got a cottage in my pocket. You know, military, like tomorrow morning, man, I'm going to wake up at 5:30. I'm going to wake up at 5:20. I'm going to be out the door by 5:30. I'm going to be at the gym. Hopefully the new locks I got fit. The 2 locks we had didn't fit the lockers. So I had to go to Walmart, buy new lockers. Plus you'll notice, right? It's a little, does the lighting look different today? Because I got a headlamp on now. I got a light up there. But you know, I remember getting told that I need to remember what was where on my plate at the next meal, just in case we're asked. My thing is, I'll get up in the morning. You know, I'll get up at 5:15. I don't eat breakfast, but if I did, I'd get up at 5:15. I'd have a shower, breakfast, and I'd be out the door by 5:30. My wife's always like, how do you, I'm like, military, remember? You're ex-military. But apparently it's not like that in the girls' dorms in the Air Force. They get more time to get ready than the men do. What's up, Guts? Somebody is wondering about my take. Oh, there you go. Someone's like, I was wondering about your take on the Twitter fiasco. And I was like, oh, okay, it's on there. Stare at your plate. Don't look at your neighbor's plate. Stare at your plate. Make love to it with your eyes while it makes love to you with its food. See, I never had that problem in basic training because I was so light that I was given extra time to eat because I was given extra food to eat. Because I was like 4% body fat in basic training. And then I actually asked to do more PT. And they were like, why do you want to do more PT? And I was like, because I don't run it. You guys, you say that we have to take a mile. What was it at the time? A 2-mile running test, I think, when I first came in. We did 2 miles on our PT test. And I said, you guys tell us we're going to have to do a 2-mile run, but we run like 2.1 miles. I need more miles than that. And so, because I was older, I was 23 in basic training. The TI was like, so you're going out to run? I said, yeah. He's like, well, take out all the PT fail candidates and run them through calisthenics and running. I was like, okay. My TI was really cool. I don't know if I told you guys, I ran into my TI years later at this base. And he went from E6 to E8, and then he retired. So he was a good guy, though. He was a good guy after I proved I had a master's degree, because he thought I was lying. And I was like, yes, because I want to start my military career out by lying to the person that can keep me in basic training for pretty much as long as he wants. Okay, so we're gonna go up here. But no, I do remember that for the story some of the people told. It's like, you would get asked what was on your plate. If you got caught talking, see that's some of that crazy, like, next level shit. Like, if you got caught talking, your table was just excused. Like, human beings need to socialize. And psychologically speaking, socializing over a meal is one of the best ways to build camaraderie. Like, telling people they can't socialize at a meal, I don't think gets the point across. But I mean, I've heard crazy stories about Navy, man. The dangling dog tags, like, you guys all had to figure out teamwork, so there wasn't anybody coming in first and there wasn't anybody coming in last. You all came in together, because if you came in too early, you were doing extra push-ups and making your dog tag like spin on the ground. I remember at DFAC and Basic, if you were the first guy who sat down at the table, you got up and you were done eating when the last guy sat at the table. It was like 8 guys to a table. For us, for me, it was, you had 60 people in a flight, 4 per table. So your flight took up 15 tables. But as your row finished, like when the first table saw the last table sit, then they would wait till the first table at their next neighboring table filled, and then they got up. So that it was always like a game of Snake. There was always a table getting up. There was always a row clearing, and then you had about 8 minutes to eat, maybe 6 to 7. But one of the things that was sacrilegious was if your plate was cleared, you had to get up. So you always left a little bit of food on your plate, and you just kept kind of moving it around until the table before you was just about, when you saw the table before you getting ready, that's when you got ready. It was all this big hoopla dance. OTS was like that too at the beginning, until people figured out how to break the system. And then it was all just nonsense. It's so weird too, because they treat you like absolute garbage in basic training, and then you get to your first base and they're like, yeah, we don't do any of that shit here. Nonsense is the way to put it. Yeah, it's like treat people like human beings, man. Just treat people like human beings. I never got down with all that bullshit. When I was an OT major, in OTS, for those of you that aren't familiar with OTS, the first 6 weeks, Air Force OTS, first 6 weeks you're a lower classman, your 7th week is a transition week, and then your 8th through graduation is you're the upper class, and when you're the lower class, you spend half your time learning from the staff and the other half your time learning from the upper class. Well, for me, I talked to my upperclassmen privately on a number of occasions, and I said, just so you know, you are going to be a dickbag officer, because the way you're treating the lower class is indicative of your leadership style. And so how you treat your lower class in OTS is how you're going to treat your enlisted. And I guarantee you, if you treat your enlisted like this, your enlisted will basically eat you alive. And some of them were interested in hearing it, and some of them weren't. Some of them, I found out, basically got Article 15s or letters of reprimand for basically being shitbag leaders. You don't yell. You don't yell at a person who's been in the military longer than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter that you're an upperclassman. You're an upperclassman, but like, I've been in the military for 7 years. You've been in the military for 7 weeks, and you're yelling at me? Like, calm down, Sparky. Like, we had TIs there, of course, that helped with the training piece. And one of the TIs was laughing with me. And because I knew the TI, I had known him earlier in his career. And he gets down there, and we were just talking. And he's like, I assume if I check your drawer, all your laundry is folded properly? And I was like, yes. He's like, let me guess, if I check your drawer, what I'm gonna find is I'm gonna find exactly 2 of everything in your drawer. And I'm like, well, yeah, why would I have more than 2 of anything in my drawer? And he's like, because you're supposed to have everything folded? I was like, well, what do you mean? I've got 1 on, 2 in the drawer, 3 in the laundry. And he's like, uh-huh. Well, like, you and I both know that we know how this game is played. Are you living out of your laundry bag? No, man, my laundry bag's full of dirty laundry. Can't live out of your laundry bag. But what they didn't say is you couldn't go to your, the closet, the civilian storage. So I just kept, shit. Bring 6 t-shirts with you. 6 t-shirts my ass. I'm bringing 18. Bring 6 of everything. No, I'm bringing more. I'm gonna live. You said we can't live out of our laundry bag. You didn't say anything about living out of civilian clothing. And then once we got access to our cars, I'll just put my shit out in my car. Can I run in my car? Yep. grab the next day's laundry. Fuck that shit. I ain't playing this game. I got better things to do with my life than play this stupid game. I mean, they know everybody does it. They're like, whatever. I don't know you. I don't need to talk to you. It's probably did you remember to vote? Yes, I did. Go away. Why are you reminding me to vote? I always like to tell the people that call me and ask me if I remember to vote. I like to say which candidate do they represent, and when they tell me, I tell them, okay, I'm voting for the other guy. That always sets them off a little bit. Yeah, them fresh butter bars get a reality check real fast. Dakota, what was funny about that was when I hung my stuff up in my office, I didn't hang up all my officer shit. The thing I hung behind me, I already went down here. The thing that I hung behind me was my NCO induction certificate. And so when my supervisor, the captain, the opso came in. She said, "Why do you have that hanging behind your desk?" I said, "It lets all the enlisted know that I'm prioree." And they're like, "And?" "It means don't come in here with a bunch of bullshit. Don't walk into my office with a bunch of bullshit. Walk into my office and realize I'm gonna treat you fairly because I'm the guy behind the desk that's been on that side of the desk. Like, you know." And as you say, you know how it goes with this stuff. Yeah, exactly. That was one of the main reasons I got out of all the BS. I loved my MOS, but too intelligent to pick weeds from cracks on the sidewalks during downtime. Yeah, and I mean, like one of the things I did when we got during all those budget cuts, and they said we couldn't have landscapers anymore. I said, okay. So I'm out there one day mowing the lawn. And the 06 comes along and he's like, "Why are you mowing the lawn?" I said, "Because the lawn needs mowing, apparently. Because I got this directive that says we now have to maintain all of the groundskeeping because the landscaping budget was canceled." And he's like, "But why are you mowing the lawn?" I said, "Well, a third of my flight's deployed. We're on 12-hour days. And my guys are all out refueling planes." I said, "I'm the only person in the flight not doing something." And he's like, "But you're mowing the lawn." Because I don't refuel airplanes, sir. That's not what I do. I can mow a lawn. And it's all bullshit. Like, why do we have 900 acres of grass? Why don't we just return it to the wildlife? Which we did. They stopped cutting as much grass. They just returned it back to natural Kansas grasslands. It's like, we can save a bunch of money by switching to Geico. Yeah, I love people. I love crew chiefs or aircraft maintenance people that become pilots. Always makes me smile. Like, I love all the work ticket, like, memes. Like, evidence of leakage under engine number 3. And the work ticket is evidence removed. Like, I love that shit. I also love how it's never maintenance's fault. It's never their fault. It's never their fault. Radio does not work in OFF position. Lurking, hey, appreciate it. 4:30 does come early. Radio does not work in OFF position. Radio is not supposed to work in OFF position. Oh, you're not a... I've already been there. Have you tried turning it on? Man, Takei, let me tell you, I've told this story, but I'll tell it again. One day I had a full workload. I had a full folder full of work orders. And I absolutely hate with a passion. I absolutely hate it with a passion when a user error creates more work for me. And I got a phone call like I got every other Monday. I got a call, and it was the crash cart didn't charge over the weekend. And what I said was, I'm gonna come up there, but I promise you that if that crash cart isn't plugged in, ain't nobody gonna be happy because you're all gonna be doing you're all gonna be doing remedial training on Friday. Because if I have to sit here on Friday and get my ass chewed again, right? And so I get up there and they're like, it's plugged in. I get up there, it's not fucking plugged in. I was like, guys, the sign literally says over this outlet, 1, make sure crash cart is plugged in. 2, do not unplug crash cart for any reason. 3, maintenance, looking at you. This outlet is not for the floor waxer. Nope. What do we get? We get continuously unplugging the damn thing. Wow, that was easy. Goodbye. It's a miracle society is working at all. Oh man, you ain't lying. One of my friends got into a car accident because he got rolled over by a tractor trailer. Tractor trailer merged lanes and just thumped over the guy. Like, how the fuck? Okay, I got the Levy Stone. But I don't remember where the airship is. This is the one thing about this game, they don't, because this is before they gave you a quest log. So I came here because I knew there was content here, but I don't remember where the airship is. And I need the airship because there's no ports to the north. It's like, Remember all when we used to play these games back in the day? We had the strategy guide. We were like, I don't want to cheat. Where do I go? It's been 4 hours and I haven't found anything. By the way, guys, I do want to remind you, I got the Christmas cards in. So you got to send me a Christmas card to P.O. Box 247, Mascoutah, Illinois. And if you do that, I'll send you a Christmas card back. Oh shit, it's not this way. Never played these early games, but definitely Dragon Warrior. Yeah, Dragon Warrior is amazing. I remember Dragon Warrior, and I remember getting all the way to the end of Dragon Warrior. And I remember making the choice to not fight the guy. And my dad laughed my dad was in the basement for whatever reason. And my dad, because remember, my dad is old. My dad is 83. So my dad comes from the era before video games, right? Like, my dad predates Pong. So my dad was just sitting there. My dad was always tinkering with something. I think he was using, if I had to think, I think he was using the electronics workbench because my brother and I had an electronics workbench all set up. My brother did electronic repair for side money. And so my dad was down there doing something, and my dad kind of was like, well, what are you doing? Like, just trying to be a dad. My dad's a good dad. He's just trying to be a dad. He's like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I've been doing my thing. I've been going around the world. And he says, well, are you the good guy or the bad guy? And I was like, well, I'm supposedly the good guy. And so I get to the point where it says, like, either fight me or join me. And I was like, well, fuck it. I want to see what happens. So I said I would join him, and that's it. The game's over. It's like, ha ha ha, you failed. The game is over. My dad's like, he's just laughing at me. He's like, well, maybe you should have tried being the good guy. It's like, damn it. I gotta load my save. If you play Dragon Warrior, you know how long of a walk between that save and the last boss is. You're walking for like 40 fucking minutes. And you know, we don't think anything of that now because there's times in games that we walk or ride for, you know, like 2 hours to get somewhere. But it's back in the Nintendo days, man. Like, shit. 40 fucking minutes? What are you doing? Like, what do you mean? I think Dragon Warrior would be a good remaster. All right. Almost out with the Levy Stone. I forgot the last time that you got to fall back through. So. There you go. You're all dead. Boom. Don't tell me white mages can't fight. Yeah, I would definitely run. I would definitely play through Dragon Warrior. Right, I already went in there. I want out. All right. So the only thing I can think of is that I got the Levy Stone, so I go back to the Circle of Sages. If I go back to the Circle of Sages, I think they do the dance and give me the airship. I think. Item, use, tent, and then we save. Save. Here we go. And all these guys are just an annoyance. I want to find a friendly PvP game that we can do again, like we can play against each other in the community. Like I don't have a good example, but I'd like to find a nice PvP friendly game that we can play and, you know, box as a community, especially next year. I think next year I might do Jackbox Games for Extra Life. Oh, and by the way, let me ping feedback team. Yeah, Jackbox Games is something like what you suggested. Sorry. It's like I have something I want to tell the community, but I want to let the course of action play out. I got good news. I got a lot of good news. So I'm hoping the good news goes crazy. Row, you lazy whores. Greeks are dying. Row. Random discussion stuff. Anyone ever get a person on the phone and then been put on hold for so long you went to the website to start a chat about it with someone? No, but I have been on hold for so long that I've actually had my wife call in, and my wife is like, hey, we've been on hold for so long, and we already talked to somebody. Can you, you know, do your job? It's like my bank, one of my banks, the local branches no longer have a number. The local branches require you to call the 1-800 number, and then the 1-800 number routes you to the branch. And I told my bank, I was like, no, that's unacceptable to me. Not doing that. I said, if I need to talk to somebody, if you have my money and I need to talk to somebody at this bank branch about my money, you give me a phone number I can call and talk to one of you. And they were like, well, sir, we don't do that. We don't have direct in-dial numbers. I said, here, let me help you out. If one of your fucking kids had an emergency, how would they get in touch with you if your cell phone wasn't working? Because I know you have a direct dial-in extension. I know when corporate calls you guys, they don't sit on hold and go through 7 different menus to ring your branch. And then they were like, well, sir, you have to understand. I said, you know what? Just get my money ready. I'm taking it all out. That gets you somebody's business card with the fucking number on it. I want to be able to talk to somebody without going through 700 steps, right? Oh, a map. I didn't know this was a thing. But yeah, that irritated me. They also, because one of my banks only has one branch out here, and so I went in there to take care of something. Like, you're gonna need an appointment. I was like, I need a teller for 2 seconds. They're like, you're gonna need to make an appointment. I was like, well, when can I get an appointment? They're like, 3 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of there being a bank branch here then? 3 weeks? It's like, this is stupid. And I said, and you guys wonder why you're doing so poorly as a bank. They're like, why? I said, because I can drive to my other bank and get this taken care of today. Well, why are you here? Because you have all my fucking money. In fact, here, let me just draw a cashier's check. I'm gonna take the money out of your bank, go to another bank, because they're gonna be able to do it for me in 5 minutes. It's amazing then how quickly they can do it for you in 5 minutes. Have you guys started noticing the customer service is just bad? Customer service is just bad now. Bad. Everywhere you go. Customer service is just bad. It's like, bad is the new system. Yeah, automated systems, and you know, you guys heard my opinion on Twitter, the Twitter thing. I totally respect. A couple of people responded. I'm gonna respond to them. I didn't have the most I didn't have the most magical of days today, so I was waiting to respond until tomorrow. But because people in my community make good points, and so I was like, yeah, I get that. I'll respond to those tomorrow. But the average person is saying, well, I'm not paying $8 to be verified on Twitter. Dude, you have 300 followers. Ain't nobody give a shit who you are, right? It's like, you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen the conversations online, like the ones that go really bad between like an influencer and a public like a establishment, where like an influencer is like, well, if you give us all this stuff, we'll cover you on our channel. And the guy was like, maybe you should just pay full price and then pay us and we'll give you a retweet because we have twice as many followers as you do. How about you do some research before you contact people? Why don't you do some research before you try to say, oh, look at that. Next level in 1337. That's it. We won the game. Like, why don't you do some research about who you're contacting before you say you should give me free shit? Like, that would be like me going to contacting Universal and be like, you should comp me my hotel room. Now, if I had 7 million followers, if all my videos were getting 25 million views, that might be something like I would contact them and be like, hi, this is Jay and I love Halloween Horror Nights. I'm not asking for anything for free, but I'm wondering if like I can get some like behind the scenes access to take some photographs. Like, can I go through first run? Like, I'm going to be there for 4 days. I'm going to buy tickets to the event twice, but can I go through first run on a couple of the houses to get like video footage, and then I'll submit it all to you and you tell me what I can use? Like, I'm not asking for anything for free. I'm just asking for, let's do this. Right? But people asking like all this shit for free, you should give it to me. You say you have 6 people that work for you, so you kind of rely on having good customer service. Yeah, man, and small businesses should. Small businesses should be giving the absolute best customer service, because that's what small businesses can do. Small businesses can be like, yeah, we're going to give you we're going to give you exemplary customer service, because that's how we survive. Anyway, I'm going to run out of the room real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's see about small businesses usually excel at customer service. Large corporations get too big and lose sight of that. Yeah, Simon Sinek made a comment about that. I think it was Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek was talking about the goals of businesses. And he said, if you tell me as a CEO that your goal is customer service, then I'm gonna ask you, why is your goal customer service? You haven't talked to a customer in 15 years. I think it was Simon Sinek. It might not have been, but I know somebody's point on that was the CEO of a company his concern isn't customer service. Because a CEO of a company doesn't talk to customers. You talk to the people that talk to the customers. That doesn't mean that customer satisfaction isn't your driving goal, but you don't turn around. You don't turn around and say that it's the customer service that I'm the most concerned about. Because you're full of shit. You don't care about the customer. You care about the people that care about the customer. I love getting to this point in the game where you're just like, yeah, give me. Yeah, some companies are so bad that they farm out their... Like, I told you guys the story, right? I told you guys the story about my daughter. My daughter lacerated her liver about 6 weeks ago. And, it, you know, obviously, lacerating your liver is a big deal. You have a lot of moving parts with that. And I got a bill from a company that said we were unable to verify your insurance information. This bill is due immediately. Well, number one, that's not how insurance works. If you can't verify the insurance information, you need to contact me. And you need to say, hey, we don't have the right information. And I said, number two, that's not a me problem. And I explained it very nicely to the company. And I said, I'm going to explain this to you. You have a you problem. I don't have a me problem. You have a you problem. I didn't retain your services. I didn't sign a contract with your individual company. I signed admittance paperwork to the Children's Hospital. You're a third-party service provider inside of the hospital. I don't have a contract with you. You don't have my signature on any paperwork that says I'm going to pay you. You have a deal with the hospital. And they said, well, not exactly. And I said, no, it's exactly that. Let's not play words and let's not do mental gymnastics. I didn't sign anything that says I have a contract with you. You have a contract with the hospital. I have a contract with the hospital. If the hospital didn't give you the right billing information, then you need to go back to the hospital. But because I'm a nice guy and I don't want to have 19 different sets of paperwork out there, you tell me what information you have. Well, we can't give that to you. Well, then I can't help you. Because you have a problem and I can't help you with that problem because you're trying to make it a me problem. And once it's my problem, you don't have a problem and I can't help you if you don't have a problem. And so finally, I was talking to their vice president or whatever. And we were talking. I said, hey, man, you need to put the screws to your third party biller because what you did was illegal and I could sue you. And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, you sent me a fraudulent bill. You sent a veteran a fraudulent bill. TRICARE will obliterate you. And so he got back to me with their lawyers and stuff. And I said, look, I'm not suing you, but I could. And they said, well, you don't understand. And I said, wait a minute. Are you going to call me and tell me what I don't understand when I know what I understand? I said, how about this? How about I take this to TRICARE and see what they say? I called you as a solid to tell you your third-party biller is going to get you sued, and apparently you want to be sued. I am Lucan. 12 Sages. The source of the four forces are scattered throughout the world. Yes, I would love to do that, but I don't remember how to do it. Mages casually standing in a circle, standing south. Yeah, I know, right? Mysterious rock to float. I forgot so much about this game. But no, so, you know, you call a company, you try to help them out, and all they're interested in being is like, well, here's where you're wrong. Okay, well, if I'm so wrong, then let's play the game. I guess we got to do this now, the whole 9 yards. I guess we're gonna find out. I guess we're gonna find out how wrong I'm not. Okay, so up there. Okay, yeah. So, my brain is telling me that I need to go north. Yeah, north. And yeah, my brain is telling me my brain has accessed the file from 25 years ago. Oh, this game came out in 1987. So that should give you some indicator of how old this game is. 1987 is when this came out. This came out as the last hope. The developer, it's called Final Fantasy because if the developer didn't turn this into a hit, or at least a profitable game, the developer was planning on taking his own life. So that's why it's called Final Fantasy. The company didn't have a way to speak to know who spoke with Sparky before recycling him into the call pool. What is this, 1980? Yeah, they know exactly who spoke to you. They just don't want to deal with you. It's like, you ever call a company and they're like, you got to talk to their automated machine, and it's like, can you please give us all of your information? And you're like, okay. So you got to confirm every single bit of your identity. And then when the person gets on the phone with you, they're like, well, I just need to confirm. No, you don't need to confirm shit, man. Because I spent 10 damn minutes putting in my social, my birth date, my blood type, my 23andMe results. I took a shit and I got the proctologist had enough time to come up with the answer. And now after all that, you need me to re-authenticate? And what the fuck? That's why I'm like, no. I'm like, no, person, 0, operator. Oh. We got the Levy Stone. Completely no fucking indication that I needed to come here, right? No indication at all. But boom, bazingas, we now have an airship. Let's go. You got an airship. So you went to a cave that you didn't need to go to, and you magically knew to come down here for the airship. And guess what? No more random battles. Jamming, right? Oh, that's right. This is that pain in the ass town. You can't land anywhere near this town. Wait, is it? Nope. I didn't expect this 3D view in Final Fantasy. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Like, you get the airship, but you can't land it a damn near anywhere. There we go. We're gonna find new people. New towns, new adventures. What up? It's Gaia. Outsiders often call our town the Eye of the Hawk. To our south is an ancient city known as the Wing of the Hawk. First of all, let's go. Let's hit up your magic shop. What you got? Look at Vivi just dancing. He's like doing a luau, man. Let's do it. Weapons and armor. All that wonderful gold I made, or gil I made. Gil, I'm so sorry. Final Fantasy fans, don't beat me up. A fairy was living in our spring, but I haven't seen her lately. Well, my dad was always telling me how the castle to the west was a place to test your courage. They say a special water called oxale gushes from the bottom of our spring, but only fairies can draw it out. Well, why'd you guys beat up the fairy? You guys are always picking on people. Where's the fairy? Come here. Yes. Ah! There's got to be more to this town. Swish, swish. Broom's always trying to weasel its way out of chores. That sounds like my kids. Up here. Oh, item shop. Hi. Anything good? Oh, there's a person behind it. Oh. Zynga. Nope. It's gonna be the same items the whole game. That's right. What's up, man? There's a scholar studying the Lufian language, but I can't recall his name. Well, you're useless to me then. What up? I caught the fairy, so I figure she's mine to do with what I please. What's the big deal? So I sold her to a caravan. What the hell? I gotta go find a fairy. Why you gotta be a jerk, man? Why can't I just like club this dude in the head? Be like, you're making my life more difficult. Do 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 do. Hey, it's the spring, but I can't do anything with it because this jerk sold the fairy. All right, castle to our west. Yes, I know that was east. Whoa, hi. You can, if you hit the, you can hit a sprint button. There's a sprint button you use when you're in town to speed up. Like you'll notice I run normal speed out here. What's up, Devin? Cha-ching. 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 Ow. Oh! Not a good day. Dude, I am in the way wrong place at the moment. I really am. Because these guys are crushing me. Final Fantasy logic. If you are being deleted by... You got cut off for a second. I forgot I never changed my YouTube. Yeah, that's one thing I teach as a content creator coach. You should have the same name everywhere. So I always tell people, make sure you maintain the same identity everywhere. What's up? I can't go in there? Why not? Let me in. Let me in. Let me get back to my airship before this desert crushes me. Oh. An Allosaurus. What's up, Allosaurus? 700 damage to your face. Get me on my boat. Or my ship. My airship. Okay. Right here to your west. To our west. Yeah, I can't go in there. You gave me a direction. I gotta find the caravan, and I gotta go to the west. I really want to come down here though, and these people are being rude because they won't trim back their forest. I don't see a castle to the west. Castle. All right. I don't remember the magical jumping puzzle cave over there, and I was hoping to avoid it, but it doesn't look like... It looks like I'm going to have to endure something else before... Yeah, because I can't land here. There's nowhere to land. You're obviously the castle, though. So, before we go over there, let's just zip around real here. There's a waterfall. I mean, that's the castle. All right, next stop. Oh, wait. Hi. What's up? Can I... The way I move reminds you of a hummingbird? Okay. Hey, guys. I'm trying to get to your town so I can ask you about your car's extended warranty. Oh, my God. You're going to make me walk all that way? Fine. What a time to not have a choker, bro. Wait, can I... Hold on. Hold your horses. I'm gonna go right there. Yeah, cheating the system. Yeah, we're back to you doing 1 damage to me, so I'm really not afraid of you. Because I'm in the right spot now. Hey, that was 65. Get off my white mage. Jerk face. Alright, so I know my current goals are to get to that castle. So. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Unrack. Look at my legs, aren't they wonderful? I love having legs. Okay. That Underhill fella from the caravan had something very weird for sale. Oh, hi. So. Hey, Lord Lard, you figured it out. Good job. They say this used to be a beautiful village until about 200 years ago. Well, why didn't you rebuild anything? It's a gravestone. It's a gravestone. It's a gravestone. Okay. Find anything to your liking. Find anything to your liking. Raises caster accuracy. Blinds. I don't want blind. Okay. Are those legs really yours? Yes, they're my legs. You people are freaks. Freaks on a leash, man. Freaks on a leash. Sage guy. Come here, sage guy. What's with all these people? It's a well. It looks like you could climb inside, but you can't, really. Okay. They say that the shrine sank into the sea 200 years ago. Now there are mermaids living there, or so the story goes. Hey. Okay. You have the look of a warrior about you. I'm a warrior myself, on a pilgrimage to the Citadel of Trials to earn the recognition of the Dragon King. I must return with a token proving my strength. Yes, you need the token. What's up? My name's Kopi. You want to hear about the shining object I saw? I think it fell somewhere near the waterfall to the north. Okay. I wanted to save the mermaids, so I made the submarine. But when I went out of water, I started running out of air. I couldn't breathe. It's totally useless. Even worse, it's dangerous. Okay, so... Right, I need the submarine. I remember that now. In order to get the submarine, I need the air stone. The sunken shrine is filled with riches. Yes, it is, and I need to get there. Would always tell me how he figured out how to speak it if only he had the Rosetta Stone. Odd product placement. Yes, you charge 300 gil a night. That is fine. Okay. My father's with the caravan. Right now, they're over in the desert to the west. Okay. Desert West Caravan. Thank you for sharing your information with me. Bloop. Bloop. Take off. Caravan to the west. Ouch. There we go. I love these old school games because you got to try so hard, but sometimes you're like, I miss Idiot Lights. Yeah, because I don't see the caravan. Okay, I'm in the way wrong spot because you guys are doing a lot of damage. Sometimes you want rails. It's not so much sometimes you want rails, but as you notice, I have to save a ferry, so I need to find a caravan. I don't know where the caravan is, but I also know that I have to go to the tower, but I can't get to the tower. I have to go to the castle, but I can't get to the castle. So it's like, you're giving me... Oh, boom. Hi. The caravan! I'm gonna kill everybody here if you don't give me the ferry. Welcome. Bottled ferry. Thanks. Alright. So we got the bottled ferry. Speak of the devil. Right, exactly, right? I mean, here's the thing. How would you have known it was there? So. Okay, so over here. I think everybody in the Ashes of Creation community should start a petition. And I'm gonna oh wait. You're taking over. Why are you taking over? There we go. Save the fairy. But yeah, the person who asked the question about the running speed, they added in the ability to shuffle your butt. Because walking in the towns, a lot of the early Final Fantasy games have this feature. You can shuffle your butt faster by holding cancel. Just speed along. I mean, walking through all the towns at this speed would suck. I mean, you end up doing this to entertain yourself. What up, fairy? You're the ones who rescued me from that bottle. I'm sorry about running away. I was so scared. I'll get you some oxal from the bottom of the spring to make up for it. Thank you. You obtain oxal. Can anybody figure out? Air will flow out of that water for as long as you have it. Oh, now we can go get the submarine. Now we can go to the riches. Bazinga. I want to remind people, and I don't care if you believe me or not, I am not looking anything up about this game. I am drawing back. Oh my god, you're back. Hi. Yeah, I literally, it says message held for review, and even though it's message held for review, it still comes through. But anyway, yeah, thank you. YouTube needs better chat moderation tools. This is me drawing on my memory banks from 1990. Okay, I'm remembering this shit from being a little Jalan. This is me remembering this crap from 1987. Maybe 1988. No, probably 87. I think I got this game in 87 when it came out. I think it fell somewhere near the waterfall to the north. Okay. You have oxal. You're the ones we've been waiting for. Please save the mermaids. This was amazing when it came out. Okay, hold on a second. I forgot the most critical thing about playing a Final Fantasy game. Save. Yeah, this gets okay. So this game was amazing when it came out because I want to remind you of a really, really important feature. We didn't have the internet. Like, the internet didn't exist yet. Well, I mean, it existed, but not the commercial internet. Like, you couldn't look shit up. So you would be playing a game and you were taking notes. Like, you literally had a notebook with you and you'd be taking notes. And then your friends would be playing and then you'd be talking about it. And then you'd get in trouble at school for it. And they'd be like, you boys are spending too much time playing video games. Like, screw you, man. Like, we're reading, we're writing, we're taking notes, we're doing problem solving. Like, what's your problem? Like, what is your problem? All right. Sea scorpions and sea trolls. Ooh, big hits. Goodbye. You're deleted. Yeet or be yeeted, you just been deleted. Look at the beautiful graphics. I know people are like, the graphics are so bad. This is 8-bit graphics. This was like the best you could get. Yeah, back then they couldn't make the game longer by adding more stuff. All they could do was make the game more difficult. Right, exactly. Because the game had to fit on a Nintendo cartridge. Which game was it? Was it Metal Gear that they ended up finding out they had too much game? Like they had too much like they were trying to put it on the Nintendo cartridge and it just didn't fit. So they had to like it was an amazing game, but they had to go back into it and start cutting stuff. But if you remember anything about Metal Gear, they had a part in the game where the only way to beat the game was to be of a high enough level, because you needed exactly 20 plastic explosives to beat the game, and you could only have 20 plastic explosives if you were a certain level. Now, the trick to that was you could use every other explosive in the game. 15 rockets, 15 grenades, didn't matter. If you didn't have 20 plastic explosives, or whatever the number was, you couldn't beat the game. Because it was a holdover from the original, like, when the game was longer, there was meant to be, I guess, another level. So you had a margin of error. So... 2,000 gil, thanks. We need to replenish the gold supply after buying some of them spells. So I think the difficult part is the reason why Elden Ring was such a huge success. People want this kind of challenge in the game. Now help me out here, because I haven't played Elden Ring. I mean, I've played Elden Ring, but I have not on my own install. Like, people I know have it, and I've sat and messed around with it for a little bit. I've never made a new account, made a new character. I just played on other people's. Can you set the difficulty, or is that it? The game is the game. So it's odd now to see a game where you don't get loot drops. You do get loot drops, but very rarely. There is an easy mode. Okay. I think that's one thing that, yeah, your brain wants it to be guild, not Gil. Yeah. Also, when I looked at the levels people build in Mario Maker, yeah, people grind them for hours. That's one thing that I like the idea. I like the idea of investing a significant portion of your character's power into making a dungeon, and then as people tip you back, you get the power of your character back. Like, for example, this is going to be kind of a little difficult to explain, but in the Camarilla, which is the LARP organization I was a member of, when you're a storyteller, you get lent member class 4, which gives you 20 bonus XP to make your characters with. Every level of, and this is Vampire LARP, if any of you know Vampire LARP, Vampire the Masquerade, or the Laws of the Night. So when you're a storyteller, you automatically get lent MC4 to make your NPCs with. As you level up, you can make your NPCs more difficult. as you level up, as you member class up as a storyteller, your community is also, their characters are leveling up. So it's a good fit, right? Because as if you're a storyteller, you make MC 5, now your NPCs get 5 more XP. And then what happens is occasionally like an organization, a chapter, whatever, would call me and say, would you be willing to make an antagonist and drive to our game and play the antagonist? And I said, sure. I said, what MC do you want me to make it at? They're like, make it at yours. So my characters were being made with something like 68 bonus XP. And so it was cool for them because they wouldn't know who I was. And because a lot of times I would show up, I went with several people to games in full costume, in full makeup. And so they'd have no idea who I was as a player, as a person. Well, as that storyteller grows, they have the ability to make more and more difficult challenges. I would like to see an MMORPG company do that, where I make level 50 in the game. So because I'm a level 50 cleric, I get to make, because my account has level 50 cleric on it, I get to make dungeons using XYZ. I'm going to use undead because I'm a cleric and that just kind of fits. It doesn't have to be, we're not building the whole system right now. We're spitballing, throwing ideas around. And as I got to give up X amount of XP off my character, as people play it, if they like it and they tip, I get those points back and I can make another dungeon. If I make a dumb dungeon and nobody tips, then I'm not saying lose actual character power. I'm saying you lose dungeon building power, story building power, or narrative building power until people tip back. But as people tip back, then if they were to make one, they would be diminished until they make one. And you know what I'm saying? I think you could leverage the creativity of your player base to come up with a lot of cool stories, as long as it wasn't people just cranking them out. Anyways, I got to jump up. I'll be right back. Let's see. Was it one of the Final Fantasies that had several disc swaps? Yeah, Final Fantasy VII had multiple disc swaps. Absolutely. I think 8 might have as well. I think 8 might have had disc swaps. Yeah, you remember that? Like the first time you played a game that had multiple disc swaps, you were like, oh my god, this is so cool. You're like, you knew you were in for it because you were like, oh my god. And then if you played Final Fantasy VII, you know that one whole disc was all just supplemental content. You're like, I don't need to be doing any of this. So. It's tactics, a little bit of 7 and a little bit of 14 is what I played in this franchise. I will say that if you like turn-based, old school games, some of the Final Fantasies have really good stories. I will say some of them are tearjerkers. Some of them are tearjerkers. How like when supplementing characters die, it's always sad, man. I'm just so emotional about people dying. The problem, as you guys have seen, the big thing with Final Fantasy 1, and which they learned as a company, if you give people too many mob encounters, then what happens is people get too over-leveled, and then, like, as you can see, I can kill everything in here without, I'm not even using magic. And then because I'm just mowing through things, right? There is a little bit of difficulty lost. And I think I'm lost. Speaking of lost, I think I'm lost again, which means I'm going to have to go back through and I'm going to end up killing, like, I'm probably going to get another 2 or 3 levels. Like you can see, I'm hitting for big damage with the fighter. And he's not even in his final form yet. Oh no, it is down here. Second floor. At this point, there will never be a Final Fantasy. That is correct. Did you know a lot of the worlds are interconnected, too? And they're all interconnected through Final Fantasy XIV. I haven't really understood why Final Fantasy needs leveling in the first place. They could have put level ups at the end of significant fights and balanced... Well, yeah, but again, remember, part of the content was leveling. There will come a point in this game where I will need to just walk around and level. In Final Fantasy 3, which is 6, you have to do some leveling. Like, you just have to seriously walk around in the open world and level. Wasn't amazing content back then, but it was what we had. Like, you don't need to... You don't need to put monsters in a chest, but it's just meant to... It's meant to be a threat. See, I heard somebody trying to make an argument that MMORPGs don't need levels. And I said, you're right. The way that levels are currently done, MMORPGs don't need them. What we need to get back to is we need to get back to MMORPGs reflecting tabletop games. I was hoping Intrepid was building that, but it turns out Intrepid's trying to build a good MMO, but they're not building what I think is would be a very niche game, but would be very, very entertaining. And what I mean by that is, you guys know if I had the money, I would either build Rifts as an MMORPG, or I would build a MMORPG where abilities mattered. Kind of like what I saw on RimWorld. Now, RimWorld's not really my style of game. I bought it, I played it, I'll probably play it again when some of that magical, like, free time that I never have comes around. I like the overall idea, because I like that each of the characters have things they're good at, things they're bad at, things they will do, things they won't do. I think that it would make a huge difference if you made a game where literacy was a skill. So, like, you pick this up, right, as a character, and all it says is, you find a notebook with scribbles in it. You don't know the value of it. Maybe it's a recipe for a new weapon. Maybe it's a blueprint. Maybe it's a technical manual. You don't know. But the trick is that if somebody dedicated a point to literacy, then you're going to be like, oh, Yeah, that's a journal. From that journal, I get 2 XP in electrical engineering, or I get insight, or you find out there's directions to, like, you see a key code in it, and then as you look around, you see that the guy worked at the Umbrella Corporation. And so when you go to the Umbrella building, the character that doesn't have literacy, it'll say, like, you recognize this insignia. But then for the person with literacy, it says, you recognize that this is the Umbrella Corporation. So you get to a door that's locked. You could spend the next 2 hours knocking the door in with an axe. Or you could be like, doot, 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 bloop. In we go. I just think it would be nice if individual skill choice mattered. But then again, I've also run LARPs that were BAMFs, which were really fun to do. We used the vampire character sheet system. Everybody started with different amounts of XP. Because what happened is, we were running a LARP where it was in a fantasy world, but you were an Earthling. You were from the real world. And it was like the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. You got BAMFed into the world. Well, you filled out each other's character. You made each other's character sheets. Like, and I'm not going to look it up right now because I'm in the middle of doing this. But if you looked up the Vampire the Masquerade or any White Wolf character sheet, people have stats on a scale of 1 to 5. So what we did was everybody made the character sheets. Like when we had 7 players and we had an 8th joining us, everybody would get a copy of the character sheet for the new player. And they would all put points in. And then you would take all the points and you would factor them out and say, okay, some of these I'm overriding as the storyteller, right? So some of these I'm overriding. Like, guy has a PhD. Well, he gets academics of 5 automatically because in White Wolf, academics a PhD is academics of 5. But for the most part, people made really, really solid character sheets for each other. And there were some people that, like, it got hard for me to be a storyteller because when you really dial down into the shit that people know, they're, you know, it's really impressive what people can come up with. And that LARP grew and grew and grew until I couldn't handle that one anymore. There was really no more storytelling I could do. Oh, hi. But I think that's the problem with MMOs anymore is everybody wants the big numbers. Like, what if your rogue couldn't take trick shot, backstab, double bleed, assassinate, lacerate, because your rogue had taken lock picking, coin minting, what's the other one? Forgery. So you're like, well, our rogue's not very good in combat. Your rogue's not supposed to be good in combat. Your rogue is supposed to be doing roguey shit. You know, and like actually, like, you come up to a door. Hey, rogue, pick the lock. I ain't got lock picking. I guess we're gonna be here for the next 4 hours, everybody taking turns, knocking down the wall, knocking down the door. Then you're gonna have a serious discussion with the rogue and where he puts his next set of points. Like, hey man, I kind of need you to be able to pick locks. Not trying to put too fine of a point on it, but you're the rogue. But I want to be the big dick damage guy. Okay, well that's the fighter's job. Then you have the players who try to just pop the door off the hinges. You know what I do when players try to do that shit? Now the door is just stuck in place. The rogue does a blind attempt at lock picking. Great, you picked the lock, but now the door's stuck. What? Well, you fucked with the hinges. Also, they're like, I lift the hinges. The hinges are on the inside of the door. Wait, what? Doesn't make for a very good security door if the hinges are on the outside. That's not how doors work. Go to your front door. Tell me where the hinges are. They're on the inside. Yeah, no shit. No. That's why the door to your house from your garage is not a security door. It's a barrier door. The hinges to my garage door into my house are in the garage. Yeah, because we're going to assume that your garage door is shut. By the way, so anybody knows this, if that's how your house is set up, you should absolutely change that. You should never have the hinges. You should never have the doors. You should never have the door hinges to your house. To the door between your garage and your house in the garage. People always overlook this. I don't know how many times I hear of houses getting burglarized because the people are out of town and then people just in the middle of the night pop the garage door. Like they lift the garage door because with enough force, a garage door will open. And then they're in the garage and then they collect all the shit they want to steal. Then they just roll up with like a delivery truck. Your neighbors aren't looking out for your shit. When people say, my neighbors look out for me. Are you paying them? No. Your neighbors aren't looking out for your shit. Trust Papa J on this one. Your neighbors don't care about your shit. For me, the fun part of pen and paper roleplay was never the big bosses, but solving interesting mysteries. This is something RPGs and their stories seem to have difficulties with. No, you're absolutely right. Not this game, though. See, because as you can see now, I'm getting inundated with fights. And they put a lot of back doors and fake doors in here. So they did a really good job in this game. Even if you follow the go right all the time method, you'll end up on a stairwell that brings you back and you're like, wait, what? He's got the light axe now, so undead are not a problem. Yep. Down here, right? Oh. People asking me if they can use my work. Yes. DMCA free. One day there will be a Final Fantasy, said no one ever. Yeah. But Lord, I've said it on the show. You know why it's called Final Fantasy. And that they stuck with it. Six hits. Yeah, my dad laughed about that too. I can actually remember. I got my Super Nintendo, and so does everybody remember the whole hoopla with Sega Genesis and then Super Nintendos? Remember when Sega Genesis came out and it was like this huge massive system and nobody liked the Super Nintendo? I remember I had my Genesis for like 8 months, and I happened to be in the it was whatever that thing was before GameStop. There was a GameStop company before GameStop's. And I went in, and then apparently Genesises were nearly impossible to find, but they were just Super Nintendos all over the place. Well, I was just talking to the guy in the store. I used to go and buy used games. And the guy said, I'm looking for a Sega Genesis. I can't find one. And I said, I have a Genesis. I don't really want it. I'm saving money to get a Super Nintendo. And the guy said, if you have the Genesis, it's neat, clean, and all working order, and you bring it up here, I will give you a brand new Super Nintendo. Because he's like, at first it was I'll give you a used Super Nintendo. I was like, no, I'll just save up till I can buy a new one. I'll have both systems. And the guy's like, if you come up here, I will give you a brand new Super Nintendo. So I went home and I told my dad. My dad's like, okay, I'll give you a ride back to the mall. My dad went in with me. Now you gotta remember, my dad, at the time, my dad's a pretty big dude. My dad shrank a bunch now because he's 83. My dad was a pretty big dude and people didn't generally fuck with him. And so we went in and the guy was a straight shooter. He was like, I personally want a Genesis and I can't find one. And I will buy a Super Nintendo right now and give it to you. And the guy saw the games I had, and he ended up buying me a couple of games. And Final Fantasy, Mystic Quest, and Final Fantasy 3, maybe 2, 3, one of them. I kind of wish I never gave away my Super Nintendo, but it is what it is. All right, what's up, water guy? You humans do impress. I would not have thought to see you here. Do you really think you can defeat the Fiend of Water here in my own domain? Yes, I do. I have a feeling. I did not take the chance on the mini Super Nintendo, no. Uh-oh, I screwed up. Let's try that one. 12 hits for 146. This is gonna be a bad day. 240. Okay. Are the mini Nintendos and mini Super Nintendos any good? Okay, let's do that. $12 hits. He ain't doing no damage though. Got a Raspberry Pi with an emulator. I'm not ashamed to admit this. My knowledge of computers is so limited that I tried, look, when I didn't, because I owned a PlayStation and a PlayStation 2 and Final Fantasy Tactics, I didn't want to buy a refurbished PS2 to play through Tactics. I tried to install the emulator and okay, I'm dumb. I'm not afraid to admit I'm dumb. And so I said, nope, screw it, I'm just gonna buy a refurbished. They have a couple of classics on it. Nice. No, Lord Lard, it's not ignorant. Delaron's not around. Delaron's been my friend for 23 or more years. I can break my own windows. I can literally break windows without... like, I broke all of my preview thumbnails. And I had to send Delaron a message and be like, dude, help. And he just laughed. He's like, all right, I got you. Yes, we're gonna leave. All right. Back in the town. Why you're not on their QA team? That's right. Look at my legs. Aren't they wonderful? The underhill fell like from the caravan. Yes, I know. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, guys. It is with much sadness that I must run outside and save and say goodbye to all of you good people for the night. Because I got responsibilities. I gotta go be a responsible adult. So, I do want to thank you guys. It is always nice when people swing by. It's always nice when we've got extra chatters, extra platforms. I do want to let you know that I will be finishing up Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm gonna try, if I don't have anything else going on tomorrow, I may jump on here for a little bit. I may jump on here and try to power through this a little bit more, and then do Ashes 101 tomorrow night. Where the hell? There we go. I don't want to play Final Fantasy 1 because I'm doing a playthrough on stream. But I do, you know, I did lose some time today. I had meant to be on a lot earlier, and then something's going on. I gotta take care of real life stuff. With that said, I will see you guys tomorrow for Ashes 101 over on the other channel.